Good evening, Adroit Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Months ago, when I was appointed the Vice President Public Relations of Division E, I went to meet one of my mentors and I was complaining to him. I don't feel I'm adequate for this job. I don't feel I can do better. Are you sure I'm not flawed? Are you sure with all the excuses there are in this world? And he looked at me straight in the eyes and asked me, why not you? Why do you think another person deserves this position at this time? Why not you? We eventually went further to discuss other things, but that question kept ringing in my mind as I went back to that place. Why not you? Why not you? This project expects me to share some of my experience leading in the volunteer organization. Before I go to that part, I'd like us to know some few facts about leading a volunteer organization. The first that I want to share this night is the fact that you need to understand what's the need for you as a person, as a leader. Why is this important? A volunteer organization is a place you don't get paid for what you do. So most times you need to be your own motivator. You need to give yourself a chance, a reason why you should do what you ought to do. Sometimes you don't get recognized for it. Sometimes you get queried for what you're being paid for. So when you don't know why you are doing what you're doing, it becomes more difficult to do. Not just to lead, but to even be part of the team. So the first thing I did was, after I accepted to play this role, I had to sit back now and ask myself, what will I be at the end of this journey? Who do I expect to become? What kind of skill set do I want to practice by taking this position? And I'm going to throw that question back to you today. As a Toastmaster, why are you here? What do you want to gain from this setting? What skills do you want to practice? This is even more important for leaders because whatever you see play out in your team is a reflection of who you are. My second point this night will be, you need to find a way for your members to identify what they want. Just like I said earlier, because it's a volunteer organization, you have a lot of attitude that might come from the members. But all that challenges can be cut short if they understand what's the need for them too. So having discovered your own why of doing what you're doing in the volunteer organization, it becomes important for you to make your member understand their why. That's where you see proactivity. That's where you see creativity. That's where you see people that will want to do what they have to do without you pushing them. But if not, it will be very difficult. There will be a lot of challenges, but it could become easy if they know what they are getting for. The last point I'd like to share this night is continuous learning. As a leader in a volunteer organization, things are not expected to be static. There are different tasks that come at different times. There may be things, the new ways of doing. For instance, during the 2020 period, we came into COVID-19. We had to learn how to use Zoom meetings to do our projects. We had to learn how to conduct Toastmasters meeting on Zoom, which was unusual. For some of us, especially me, that was the first time I was having a meeting on Zoom. I had done meetings online before, but for Zoom, that was the first time. And it was the same for almost 90% of Toastmasters. So as a leader in a volunteer organization, if you're not open to learning new things or new ways of doing things, you will have a challenge. When I became the Vice President of Public Relations of Division E, the first task I had was to set up teams for the different things we're supposed to be doing for a 12-month period. Some of the things are producing newsletter the first of every month. So I'm supposed to get a team in charge of that. The second part is every program that the division is supposed to host or do, I'm supposed to set up a publicity team to make sure the Toastmasters that need to be there are there and even guests are attracted. The other part is to represent the Toastmasters brand in northern Nigeria to non-Toastmasters. So with this daunting task, how do you expect someone to carry it out? But when I sat down, I understand what I intend to gain. It made it easy for me. First thing was to expand my expertise, especially when it comes to public relations. I've been doing public relations for a while, at the club level, at the area level, even in my personal life. But I've never handled a regional public relations project before. So that was my one goal that made me decide to take on this position. Did I achieve it? Yes, I'm in the process. I've not gotten to that level yet, but I can tell you for sure that I'm making progress towards that. Those masters and best. A volunteer organization is not a place you come and float. You know why? Because there's every reason for you to lose your focus if you float. A mentor once told me that if you have any skill you want to learn or practice, the best place to do that would be a volunteer organization. And the reason he gave was that place you don't get paid. So you have to try your real motive for even learning that skill or practicing it. The second reason he gave was that you will learn how to deal with other human beings. Because you see people working with you, sometimes with different attitudes, from different backgrounds. You need to learn how to galvanize all this towards a particular goal. And most importantly, the person you become at the end of the goal. So my question to you today, very soon we'll be calling for new club officers. I would like to challenge you. Take up the role. Why? Because you don't remain the same after you say that. The person I was when I was a normal member is not the same person I am today as a leader. Not just a leader in my club or the area or the division. There's a lot for you to learn. But what the benefit of this kind of platform is that you learn from the job. Some of the things that you are allowed to make mistakes here and correct yourself as you go. These are some of the advantages that you can get outside in the workforce. So I encourage you to do. Whenever that call is made, even before the call is made, volunteer to serve in any department in your government. It could be in the SA committee, it could be in the vice president education committee, or all the other committees. Then when the main call comes out of club, volunteer yourself. Why? You will become better.